This video is going to be a tutorial on how to update leagues, clubs, and players in Football Manager 2024 so that if you're interested in playing FM24 into the FM25 cycle, or if you're nervous about playing FM25 or want to hold off on it to continue playing FM24, this video is going to show you how to update everything in FM24 so that you have an updated leagues, players, and clubs going through the next year. So to update FM24, it's actually really easy. I would recommend doing this with the Sorted Out SI database. You can find their database by going to this website, and the link for this website will be in the description of the video. I want to note I have no affiliation with Sorted Out SI. This isn't sponsored. I have no affiliation with them. I just use a lot of their stuff, and I find it to be really easy. And this is very accurate. So I would recommend going here to sortedoutsI.net. Again, link in the description, and you'll find the button to install the FM24 data update. So all you're going to do here is click on this download FM24 data update, and it will go into your downloads folder with all of the editor files that you need to be able to update FM24. Then after downloading all of your files, they will be in your downloads folder, and all you're going to need to do is copy or cut all of those files into the editor data folder in FM24. If you don't know where the editor data folder is on your computer, you're going to go to Documents/Sports Interactive/Football Manager 2024/editor data. Once you find that folder, just copy all of the files into that folder, and then literally you will be all set to go. So once you've done all that, we'll go back to Football Manager 2024 here. You're going to start a new career mode, and when you do this, I believe you're going to need to start it with the original mode. So once you get to this point, you'll go to database here. Make sure you're using the 24.3 most up-to-date database, and you'll have a bunch of things on here that say league, and all you're going to do is go through and click on all the leagues. So make sure all of these are checked because this is going to mod all of the leagues to the most up-to-date level it can be. So make sure you go through England, Club, League. You're going to want to click on Europe. You're going to want to go to France, Germany, Greece. You're going to want to go to International Changes. So just make sure all of these here are clicked. Again, I have a bunch of other stuff here that I've done for other FM experiments and such. So I have to go around all of these. If you don't have all of them, you can just go through and click all of them. And then you're also going to want to change the age and contract year. So just make sure anything from Sorted SI is clicked. And once you go through and do all of that, then you will be all set. So then you can click confirm. After you click confirm, you can then go through and choose the game mode. I believe you have to choose original mode for this. I think this is the only mode that this actually works on. So make sure that you click on the original mode. You'll have all of the available leagues to choose from. So you can go England, Brazil, Argentina, Germany, France, so on and so forth. So I'm just going to click England just for ease of use here. I'll go Sky Bet League 2 and above. If you want to have a transfer window, just unclick Disable First Transfer Window Activity. I don't need to add players to playable teams. You have the database here. And after this, you can click on Start Game, and it will load up the game. Then as you can see here, as we're going into the game, we can see the clubs are up to date. So Southampton are back in the Prem, Ipswich are back in the Prem, so Leicester are back in the Prem. So all the promoted clubs are here. So I'm going to start unemployed just for ease here. And then once again, going into the Prem here, we can see all the teams are up to date. If we click on a squad such as Chelsea, as we can see here, all of the on-loan players are out. So Arrizabalaga, he's out on loan at Bournemouth. Sterling is out on loan at Arsenal. Chalobah and Broja are out on loan as well. And we can see that we're all up to date on transfers. So Jadon Sancho is in on loan from Manchester United, which happened on deadline day. And we can see here players like Pedro Neto are in, João Felix are in, and so on and so forth. So anyways, that is how to update Football Manager 2024 with all of the new players and updated leagues and clubs and such, so that if you want to play with this version of the game into FM25, you can do that pretty easily. However, this video is not just about the data update. I want to share the exciting news with you all, for at least those who are interested in playing in the Philippines Football League or are Filipino, and that I've created a new database with a 15-team Philippines Football League so that you can play with a more updated version of the PFL. I'm going to note this isn't a perfect database, but is the best I could do to give you all the most up-to-date experience with the Philippines Football League. I've also modified the Philippines Football League a bit because otherwise, if we played it in game like it did in real life, it wouldn't be very fun. So I will also talk about the modifications that I've made to the PFL to make it a more enjoyable experience in game. But I want to show you guys all here. This is the 2024 database. It's 2024 PFL new, so just make sure that is clicked and then you can click confirm. After clicking confirm, you will need to use the original game mode, I believe. I believe that is where the editor data is going to work best. Then, as you all can see here, we have the Philippines. So we're going to click on the Philippines. We're going to click confirm there. And once you've added the Philippines Football League, we're going to need to do some important things on this screen to make the database work as how you will want it to do. And that is going to be add players to playable teams and unclick do not add key staff unless you want to start your save with absolutely no key staff. But because Football Manager doesn't really know anything about the Philippines, there are pretty much no players and staff on any of the squads. So to make sure that you actually have a squad and have a staff, you're going to want to click on Add Players to Playable Teams and then unclick Do Not Add Key Staff. After that, you can decide whether you want attribute masking or disabling the first transfer window activity. The other thing is I would not click on prevent use of the in-game editor. I would keep that as an option because I haven't done full sims on this. So just in case anything is bugged out with it, keep the in-game editor on just in case you need it with simulations down the line. But again, these two are the important settings that you need to have. Once you've done that, choose your database side, and then you can click on Start Game. Then once you've gotten there, you can choose your team. As you can see here, we have a full database of 15 teams in the Philippines Football League, just as the most recent PFL had. Now, there are going to be some things that are a little bit different. This database isn't perfect, so as you guys can see here, the logos aren't going to be exactly correct. That's because some of these teams didn't exist when FM24 came out. So as a result, there aren't codes for them in the FM24 editor database. So as a result, I've had to modify other teams to be able to put them in here. But we do have a 15-team PFL with all the teams intact. And then once you get in game, this is what the Philippines Football League is going to look like. As you can see here, we have all 15 teams. This is going to be simulating from the very first season with these 15 teams in. So the most recent season that just happened didn't happen in game. So you all will be able to start with the newest format for the 15-team season. As you guys can see here, the top team will make the Asian Champions League. The next two teams, depending on the winner of the PFL Cup, will make the Asian Confederation Cup. Unfortunately, that is one of the things that isn't perfect about the database. I haven't been able to figure out how to mod the Asian Champions League so that it's like the Asian Champions League Elite that it is in real life. If you all know how to do that, then please include that in the database or let me know. Or if you have a file, please send it over. I would love to be able to mod this database even further to make it as most accurate as it is currently in real life. But again, there are some important changes that I've made to the PFL to make it more playable in game. So in real life, every team in the PFL played each other in like a 1 or 2 month span, and they only played each other once, which would be really boring to play in Football Manager. So as a result, I've made this more like an actual league that you might see in Europe or Asia or something, where it's happening over the span of the time frame of a full season. Each team is going to play each other twice. So you all will get 28 matches in the season. I've also included the PFL Cup. The PFL Cup will be more true to like the English FA Cup, for example, where there'll be knockout rounds and it will be played throughout the season as opposed to just happening at the end of the season. Something else I've changed with the Philippines Football League and the Philippines Football League Cup is the finances. Because there aren't really integrated ownerships and sponsorship deals in the Philippines in Football Manager, it's very hard to have any sort of money in the game. So as a result, for each round, the winner of the PFL Cup round will get 10K, so that'll be all the way through. And then if you win the final, you get a little bit of prize money as well. Additionally, in the Philippines Football League, there is also prize monies for the winners and for each position, so each team will get some sort of prize money to at least keep things relatively balanced throughout your save. So hopefully no teams are significantly going bankrupt. Additionally, something that can be difficult when you're making a save can be like league sorting rules and small things like that. So all of that should be ironed out in game. The only really big problem you'll see in game is that the Philippines doesn't really have many players in the database, like in Football Manager 2024. So players who are retired or have been long gone, like for example, Phil Younghusband here, are still going to be in the game. However, that'll kind of sort itself out after a season or two. And as you guys can see here, like Tuloy FC have no players or staff or coaches. Same thing here. But all of that does get sorted out throughout the save. So as long as you kind of get through the first season, after that, everything will be relatively up to date. But as long as you click on add players to eligible teams, then each team will at least have a set of players to work with, and you won't have to worry about teams not having players or only having grayed out players. So just make sure you click on that setting so that the Philippines Football League truly has all the number of players it needs in it. But otherwise, this is the best I could do with an updated Philippines Football League database. I want to note that I've created this as a Google Drive link, and the file is available as a Google Drive link. The file is down below in the description. Just click on the Google Drive link and you will be able to download the PFL database. After downloading it, it will go into your downloads folder. Just as with the sorted out SI data update, just make sure that you put this folder into your editor data. So again, that is going to be Documents, Sports Interactive, Football Manager 2024 editor data. And as long as you put that download file into the editor data, you will be able to use it in Football Manager 2024. And this will allow you to play with a 15-team PFL. But anyways, that is everything I've got for this video. I hope that you found this helpful. For all the people who have been asking me about a 15-team PFL, this is the best I can do right now. I hope you download it. I hope you play with it. If you do play with it, let me know how it works. Send me an email or just send me a message. Let me know how it works. Let me know if there are any bugs with the database, and I can figure out if I can sort that out and fix it, and I could create a new file. I will be constantly updating the file in the description. So if there are any changes to it, just come back and I will make that change and I will note any edits in the description. But for now, this is everything I've got. If you choose to play this save, I hope that you enjoy it and I hope that it works well for you. But otherwise, I will see you all in the next video. I hope you all are doing well. I hope you all are taking care of yourselves. I will see you all soon. Bye.